I didn't really become addicted until my kids left.
Where are your kids now?
They're with my aunt because I wasn't emotionally well after being through so much trauma, and I felt like they deserved better than me. And they deserved a caretaker who wasn't traumatized and wasn't just going to teach them to be afraid of everything.
How many children do you have?
4.
I'm sure your children miss you a lot. So do you think about what you're doing to your children?
Yeah, but I also think about the fact that they're better off with my aunt than they were with me.
Currently right now, they're where they need to be until you can get to where you need to be. You know? So much noise out here. So, what happened to your eye?
My parents' neighbor hit me with a metal baseball bat.
You called the police on him or her?
No, not yet.
When this happened?
Like 5 days ago.
Why did you get hit with a baseball bat?
I was at my parents' house and there was some possessions of mine that were accidentally thrown in the trash. So I was looking through my parents' trash can and this guy from up the street and across the street, who should not be concerned with what's going on in front of my parents' house, came outside and told me I was going to make a mess. And I told Mike that I was not going to make a mess, but if I did, that I would clean it up, you know. And I tried to explain to him that some of my possessions were thrown in the trash by accident, and that I was trying to get them out of the trash. And he tells his wife, Joanne, give me my metal baseball bat. And she brings it outside to him, and he starts like beating my parents' trash can. And he says that if any of my possessions were in the trash, that they're probably broken now. That I don't have nothing in there. Stay out of there, like he said. And I sit on the ground in front of the trash can, and then I block it with my arms. And I'm like, stop, you're gonna break my parents' trash can. And he says, you know what, Sam? I don't give a fuck about your parents' trash can. And I don't give a fuck about you. Because you're a piece of trash yourself. And you probably should have been thrown out along with whatever of your possessions were in there. And he keeps swinging the bat. And he smashes it into my face. And it hits me in the eye. And then his wife comes over and she hits me in the eye too. And the same one. She punches me and tells me that she watched me grow up and she hasn't liked me since I was a little kid, and that she's glad to see me finally get what I deserve. And her and her husband walk in their house like they're all proud of themselves.
I'm so sorry that happened to you. Have you been to the hospital to get it checked out?
No, my mom's wanted me to go to the hospital. I've been having a lot of issues, memory problems, confusion, and she's tried to take me a few times, but then I keep just running off.
What's your relationship like with your parents?
It's not always great. They think that helping is like bashing the people I love. Like, everybody I love is out here in addiction. I have met so many real people and so many genuine people, and I've found so much love since being addicted that I never had in my life before. And they think that like chasing away these people who I've grown to love is going to help, and it just chases me away too.
What substance are you struggling out here with?
They also took my house from me, which didn't help. They put me in the street. They think being cruel to me is going to make me better. There's no such thing as tough love. Love is forgiving. Love is unconditional. Has no strings attached to it. Like, religious people are always like confused. They think that worshiping Jesus Christ is what they're supposed to do. Like, you get to the Father through the Son. And they're wrong, and they misunderstood those words. The Father sent the Son to teach us how to live and how to love, and nobody took the lesson. Love isn't supposed to come with conditions. Love is kind, love is forgiving. And if I have to be a certain person or a certain way or anything special to be worthy of somebody's love, it isn't love. It's nothing but harmful.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. So what struggles, substance-wise, are you having with drugs?
I love crack. I'm probably going to marry a crack rock. I've made jokes about taking its last name. Sandra Rock. I have cut down my dope habit a lot. This time last year I was doing like maybe, I don't know, 2 bundles a day. I was putting so many bags of dope in one cooker that my friends were actually taking my cookers away from me. I was mixing meth and coke in the same cooker. I was putting dipping oil on weed and putting the contents of the cooker on the weed and crushing crack in there. And I guess maybe I had a death wish. But I spent all of last year the same way I'm spending this year, actually, missing everyone I love the most, missing my kids, missing my best friend Carl, because Carl always ends up back in jail.
Why is it so hard for you to get clean? Have you had any clean time?
Yeah, and after I got out of jail, I was clean for 3 months, and everybody treated me like I was still just a junkie, and I started to get really depressed. I started to feel like I didn't want to be here anymore. I tried to do 2 and 2, and I walked out of it sober, and I was disappointed, so I started using again.
What's your living status right now?
I exist.
Where do you sleep?
Wherever I fall asleep.
What was your life like before all this happened to you?
I spent 10 years in an abusive relationship, so I existed. Before that, I was a dancer, I was a single mom, I was independent, self-sufficient, and my children and I were happy, and I worked hard for them 6 days a week, and the 7th day was always theirs.
Yeah, I can imagine.
And I miss being their superhero. I can't feel the way I'm supposed to feel or be who I used to be anymore. Even before the drugs, there's the trauma.
So you need to talk to a therapist.
I wish that I was more than just like a resource to everybody I know, or like that I didn't have to live up to expectations to be loved, like, and that people could love me the way I love everybody.
But what about you start by loving yourself first? It starts off with you. You got to make you number one, get you out of this situation that you're in.
It's hard to put myself first when I always find other people who need me or who need help. Or
yeah, you are loved by people out there.
I remember a better version of myself.
What was that version you remember? I would love to hear it.
I read a poem on Facebook. I'll give you my info when we're done, and you can, but that was like description of my best self, kind of.
What's 24 hours out here look like for you now, a day in your life?
I used to be like really active in the community. I used to like get involved in community cleanups and stuff and protests. I once decided I was against injection sites. I think back then I needed to do this though. Like God needed me to see certain things, because I am going to go back to protesting, and I used to be like against safe injection sites. I'm still against safe injection sites, but since then I've realized I'm for legalization. which is the same thing but worded differently. You know, and it's better to be for something than against something.
Yeah. What are all your regrets
Because,
in life?
I don't have any regrets. Everything that I've ever been through, I've done myself, or has been like the will of God, because there are lessons that I'm supposed to learn, and there are things I'm supposed to know, and there are things I'm supposed to do, and I am here because I have a purpose.
You do have a purpose, and you're making the difference just by sharing your story. It's going to resonate with somebody, and they're going to, learn from you. So you are doing something, courageous right now, because a lot of people are afraid to do this because of the judgment and the stigma, and we have to break that, or else it will continue.
I'm going to be doing a lot of community outreach soon, because I understand a lot of people might know that they have a purpose but not know what it is, but I know mine.
It's 10 o'clock. What's the biggest lesson that you have learned so far in life?
My purpose.
Your purpose?
Yeah, and also that God exists.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
What advice would you give to your younger self if you can go back in time?
I would give my younger self minimal advice, because I wouldn't have gotten where I am mentally or emotionally, or be as strong on the inside as I am right now, if I hadn't gone through the things I went through.
Yeah, you do learn from experience.
Everything that's happening is happening because it's supposed to. I need to experience what I need to experience to know what I know, or understand what I understand. And there's nothing you can tell a person who doesn't understand and make them understand. But the second they live it, they understand.
What's your short-term goals now?
I did get to a hospital, and then there's some people that I have to see, because I want to get community meetings going twice a week, and try and get people together twice a week, because there are some causes that we need to address and take a stand for. 1, legalization. 2, addiction rights. 3, inmate rights. And 4, prison reform. And that doesn't mean prison reform in the way that a lot of other people look at it. There are certain things that people go to prison for now that people shouldn't even be locked up for. They should be given community service over. Prison should be like for violent crimes. You don't lock somebody in a bathroom their whole life and expect them to be able to just fit into society, and then punish them when they don't meet societal expectations by relocking them in a bathroom. So there's a lot that needs to change, and there's not going to be any change if people don't stand together, unite, and fight for it. If we all stood together as one massive, the lawmakers, the politicians, the police, the sober, they would see something that we don't see a lot of the time, which is that we're bigger than them.
Facts. What message do you have for your friends and your family, just in case they are looking for you?
Anyone looking for me can find me. I'm not hard to find. I'm just hard to keep around if I'm not loved properly.
Gotcha. What are some of your favorite foods?
I don't know what I like. I used to spend a lot of time in the kitchen, I've always liked steak or chicken marsala or pasta, pizza, tacos.
Awesome. What's your zodiac sign?
Libra.
What advice would you give to the world?
Well, I just think that everybody should know that it's okay to be you, and that if you have to be anything but yourself, it isn't love.
Yeah.
And when everyone thinks that self-love is like taking care of you first, it's not. It's being okay with who you are and accepting who you are at a level that nobody else will. Because anyone else who loved you would accept you for who you are right now. And if you can accept you, you're already there.
AML family, I want to tell Sandi, thank you so much for being courageous and, you know, speaking up for our voiceless brothers and sisters who can speak up. She's making a difference. Is there anything you're in need of we can help you with?
I don't know.
Okay, well, we'll keep you in our prayers, and if I have some female...
There you go, that works.
Yeah, I'll be getting some female clothes, and is this where you usually hang out, in this area?
I normally hang out closer to Somerset.
Okay, but I want to bring some stuff for you, so this is your area?
Yeah, I hang out in Kensington, you know?
Right.
Like, if I left here and it was 50 years from now and I'd been sober for 40 of it, I would have a hole in my heart the size of Kensington and the size of everyone in it and the here and now, because I love the people here.
Awesome. AML family, drop all the positive comments you got for our girl, and we'll stay connected. So remember, don't be bitter, be better. Until next time, Mal and Sandi, and we out there. Peace out.
Quiet's driving me insane. Silence rattles in my brain. Yeah, I gotta get away. Always waiting for the phone, so I built my towers tall, wandering through these empty halls. Break the cycle now, walls are coming down. I gotta make it out. Yeah. Look my fear right in the eye. I just wanna feel alive. I just wanna feel alive. I just wanna feel I gotta save me from myself. This emptiness, it hurts like hell. My good intentions let me down. I keep getting in my way. My stubborn pride will dig my grave. Please hit me hard with every step I take. Yeah. Cycle down, walls are coming down. I gotta make it out. Yeah.